It's about lithium. So China is the main exporter of lithium around the world. Lithium powers this. The Trump administration wants to get away from all dependence on China. Lithium is the #1 product that they harvest that's got the world enthralled. They need it. They have to have it. Under the permafrost in Greenland is a lot of lithium. That's what this is about. Now, the news media probably doesn't care. The ideologues certainly don't. But it is a national security situation because China is running such a big deficit with the United States, which means they make so much money off of us, it's propping up their very vicious communist regime, the money they get for the USA. Trump knows that. He wants Apple to come back to the USA, wants them to stop making and operating so much in China, and he wants to compete on the lithium market. That is what this is all about.
I would argue that, or add, I should say, that lithium also powers all of Tesla's cars. So there is that part.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well. And you're right. We are very lucky to have you on the show. You think it's a disingenuous point? Is it disingenuous that they don't, or is it that they don't get it? That in a lot of these issues that Trump brings up, they don't want to get it. Okay.
Look, if you watch some of the sound bites about the California fires, there is no question, it is in stone, that Donald Trump warned Newsom and the California legislature 6.5 years ago, an explicit warning that California was going to get battered by wildfires. That's an amazing historical occurrence. Trump did it. And now Trump's the devil. Newsom's running around going, Trump's bad-mouthing firefighters. It's absurd. So people who are prisoners of their ideology, and there are millions, who make money off their ideology, as does NBC News, the New York Times. They're not making a lot of money anymore, but, you know, that's what the game plan was. They don't care. They're not in business to inform the American people of why Donald Trump wants to control Greenland. And here's the kicker on it. The United States is not going to invade Greenland, all right? What we're going to do is sign a lease to harvest raw materials, giving Copenhagen a nice cut. And the king over there, Victor, he'll get a nice little pension for himself. And we'll go in, we'll do the lifting, we'll get the stuff out. Copenhagen and Denmark will prosper, and we'll have an advantage over China. That's what it's about.
Live shot of Greenland right now. We'll see if the northern lights come out. Hopefully also they'll let us build a few more military bases so we can protect the Arctic or have control over the Arctic rather than the Chinese.
Leland, let me correct you. They're not going to let us do anything. That'll be part of the deal.
Well, that's right. Okay,
in order
fine.
to protect our investment, in order to security and to protect our investment, we will have the ability to put U.S. forces in Greenland. And they'll all work it out. This isn't a hard deal. It's not. It's not a complicated deal. And the Danes will do it.
I hear you on Greenland, and I understand. There is something, though, about Donald Trump that I want you to explain to us, as you have a unique perspective to do. Because you watch him lay out these extraordinarily hard lines. And I'm thinking, for example, about the past government shutdown, where he said either get rid of the debt ceiling or shut the government down. And the next day, he endorsed a bill that did not extend the debt ceiling or eliminate the debt ceiling. Is there a danger in having a president, and I understand to take him seriously but not literally, who stakes out these negotiating positions effectively so he gets a small concession, as I said, and then goes ahead and declares victory? To me, it seems a little too bombastic and a little dangerous when you're dealing in not just lithium, but in national security.
Well, number one, I hate those bombastic guys. Number two, we deal with this on Friday in the Trump special, and I want everybody to watch it on NewsNation. It's going to be really something at 9 o'clock about why Donald Trump does what he does.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.